Hey everyone, this is OKCoyote. Welcome to the Magic the Gathering December Pack-A-Day Challenge for December 27th. Today's episode is War of the Spark. So, if you don't know what it is I'm doing, I am opening a pack of Magic every day in December. A different pack every day, so 31 different packs. And we are in the final week of this series, and in the last week I'm opening packs that are among my favorite or just fun in some way or, non-traditional. Today's pack is War of the Spark. This is a set I played a ton of. It's one of my favorite sets. This came out last year, I think, or the year before. I kind of referred to this as the Avengers Endgame of Magic sets. It was the culmination of several years of storytelling. Basically, yeah, everything kind of culminated in a big battle between all the Planeswalkers versus Nicol Bolas on Ravnica. And it was a lot of fun. And one of the big draws of this set was it had a Planeswalker in every pack. There were dozens of Planeswalkers in the set. They had Planeswalkers at uncommon, they had rare ones, they had mythic ones, they all had new and cool abilities. We had returning Planeswalkers, we had brand new Planeswalkers. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just an interesting environment, and I really enjoyed this set. So I'm looking forward. I played a lot of this online. I drafted it a lot with friends too. So I've seen a lot of these packs, but we're going to find out what's in this pack together. So let's get into it. So we are starting off with Crop Invader. This is 2 in a red for a 2/2 zombie Minotaur warrior. As long as it's your turn, Crop Invader has first strike. You can pay 1 and sacrifice another creature. Crop Invader gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So we've seen cards that are kind of like this in black, where you can sacrifice creatures for a power boost. This one is especially scary because it can have first strike. The downside is that there is a mana cost in order to use this one. So, not quite as strong, but it can be pretty decent in a token generation deck, when you have a lot of token creatures that are sitting off to the side, not doing anything. You can sneak this through, kill something big, or just ruin your opponent's day. War Screecher, 1 and a white, for a 1/3 bird with flying, and you can pay 5 and a white and tap. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Not a huge fan of this card. It's a minor flyer. Late in the game, it's a little more effective, but I don't feel the ability is strong enough to want to run this late. Ashiox Skulker, 4 and a blue for a 3/5 nightmare. You can pay 3 and a blue. Ashiox Skulker can't be blocked this turn. This is it's not bad. It's a pretty high cost for not a very huge creature, and high cost for its ability too. But it will sneak through and deal damage if your opponent is unable to deal with this. This is a threat, and this does put them on a clock, so it's not as bad as you think. Invading Mantacore is next. It's 5 and a red for a 4/5 zombie Mantacore. When Invading Mantacore enters the battlefield, amass 2. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on an army you control. If you don't control one, create a 0/0 black zombie army creature token first. That's what amass does. So amass basically means if you don't have an army, amass 2, you get a 2/2 army, basically, zombie army. And if you already have one, it gets bigger. So it's only one army at a time, but various sizes. So you are getting 6 power and 7 toughness off of this 6 mana card. I think this is a fine card. It's pretty decent for top of the curve. No evasion or anything like that, but it's a nice beater. Charity Extractor is 3 and a black for a 1/5 human knight with lifelink. I mean, okay. Holds up the board for you, I guess, but lifelink on a very low power creature is not fantastic, I feel. Primordial Worm, 4 green for a 7/6 worm. No abilities, but very, very high-powered creature at common. And sure, I would gladly have this in my green deck at the top of the curve to just start bashing face or getting in there and causing your opponent to have to make difficult combat choices late in the game. Yeah, I think it's fine. Wall of Runes, 1 blue for a 0/4 wall with Defender. When Wall of Runes enters the battlefield, scry 1. Sure, it's fine. Control decks will like it. It blocks and will scry you into your next counterspell or whatever. And that's about it. Spark Harvest. It's a black mana for a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature or pay 3 and a black. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. This is actually a pretty decent removal. It's 1 mana and lose a creature, or 5 mana. And I would pay 5 mana to destroy a creature or planeswalker, although just a creature would not be worth it. Remember, there's a lot of planeswalkers in this set, so this could be pretty good to take one out. But paying 1 mana and sacrificing a creature to destroy in basically any target, yeah, that's really good, especially if I'm running tokens or, I've got a bunch of small creatures and they've outlived their usefulness. Yeah, this is a great removal card. We have another removal here. Topple the Statue. 2 and a white instant. Tap target permanent. If it's an artifact, destroy it. Draw a card. So this is a tapper. It's removal if you're going after an artifact. It replaces itself. It's not great because how many artifacts are you going to destroy, really? We have this problem in a lot of sets. This is, you got to have your tappers. You got to have your artifact removal. That's fine. It does things. It does a lot of things, but they're all minor things. It's just not a fantastic card. They don't add up to something great. Chandras Triumph. 1 and a red for an instant. Chandras Triumph deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Oh, this is the first uncommon, by the way. Chandras Triumph deals 5 damage to that permanent instead if you control a Chandra planeswalker. Well, what are the chances I'm going to have also picked a Chandra in a pack? If you're building around it in a constructed deck, sure, it's pretty good. Actually, though, even if you don't have a Chandra, 3 damage for 2 mana as an instant to a creature or planeswalker is still, that's like the standard. That's a solid burn spell. It's a great card, even without the Chandra. If you have Chandra, it's even better. Of course, if you have Chandra, maybe you don't need this burn spell, but hey, I'm not going to argue with more burn spells. Augur of Bolas, 1 and a blue. 1/3 Merfolk Wizard. When Augur of Bolas enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant or sorcery card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Yep, it's another control-ish card, kind of like the Wall of Runes. It will do some things. It will set up your combo or whatever, but not a very solid creature otherwise. Dreadhorde Twins. 3 and a red for a 2/2 zombie jackal warrior. When Dreadhorde Twins enters the battlefield, amass 2. Zombie tokens you control have trample. So zombie tokens. So you don't see a lot of zombie tokens themselves in this set, except for the army you amass. But of course, there are plenty of other cards in other sets that can make zombie tokens, so it's possible to have that ability affect multiple tokens. Still, you're getting 4 power, 4 power and 4 toughness for 4 mana. That's pretty solid. This is not a bad card. Before we get to, so our as I mentioned, there is a Planeswalker in every set. Sorry, in every pack. It could be an uncommon, it could be rare, it could be mythic. In this pack, it is a rare, and it takes up the rare slot. So before we reveal that, let's look at what else we have in the pack. We have a Devil as a token card. This is a red creature. It's a 1/1. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. I believe that there is a version of Tybalt, the Planeswalker Tybalt, in this set, and he makes Devil tokens, and that's what makes this guy. We have our basic land. It is a forest. There it is. We have a rare foil in this pack. Here it is. Ooh. It's Fibble Thip the Lost. Good old Fibble Thip. This is become sort of a mascot in Magic. A popular character, though not a Planeswalker. At least not in canon. He's 1 and a blue for a legendary creature homunculus. He's 1/1. When Fibble Thip the Lost enters the battlefield, draw a card. If it entered from your library or was cast from your library, draw 2 cards instead. When Fibble Thip becomes the target of a spell, shuffle Fibble Thip into its owner's library. This is a weird card. I'm sure this is a card that you're going to do fun things with if you build around it. I'm not sure what those things are, but it's definitely a please build around me type of card, like find the tricks. In draft, I'm not going to want this, but it's very interesting. Maybe I do want it, but I wouldn't want it very high. So our rare for this pack is the Planeswalker, and I'm a little shocked that this happened after we drew the Chandras Triumph earlier. It is actually Chandra, Fire Artisan. 2 red for a legendary Planeswalker, Chandra. She has 4 starting loyalty. She has a static ability. She says that whenever 1 or more loyalty counters are removed from Chandra, Fire Artisan, she deals that much damage to target opponent or Planeswalker. That's pretty cool. Even if she takes damage, that counts as loyalty counters being removed, and that does trigger that ability. So if you hit her, she hits back. +1, exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. All right, cool. -7, exile the top 7 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. So it's like a draw 7. It's like a Wheel of Fortune-ish effect. And deals 7 damage because her ability says so. This is real cool. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if she's crazy powerful, but she's a lot of fun. I love that exile the top card of your library and play it type of effect. It's red card draw. I've had a lot of fun in standard playing red burn decks or red aggro style decks with Chandra at the top of the curve, believe it or not, with nothing else that is 4 mana. Just to exile extra cards and get gas. So yeah, this is a fun card. I would take this first in this pack and build me a fun red deck. I would hope that Chandras Triumph would wheel around, but it's just too good. There's no way I'm going to see it again. So maybe I would be lucky and find another copy in another pack. But yeah, there we go. This was a good pack. A rare Planeswalker and a foil rare. I'm pretty happy with this. That is going to do it for the War of the Spark pack. Don't forget, if you liked this video, let me know by liking this video. You can also subscribe to my channel, and you can follow me over on Twitter at OKCoyote. That is going to do it for today's episode of the Pack-A-Day Challenge. I will see you tomorrow with another pack. Bye-bye.